Hello, K.Jolie Crochet Basics Preview Vlog. So this is number 70, going strong. I'm going to come back doing these. Anyway, so not much this week. I was piping away, crocheting away, and I was making another candle, and the shaping was coming out like really good. And then once I stuffed it and I started sewing on the pieces and stuff, not the way I wanted it to come out, so I don't know. I think I'm going to give up. Either that or my approach is all wrong, but I'm trying, and I've tried several different ways. So more ways, like, it's just so unbelievable to me that I'm having such a hard time with this dang shaping for this one character, that now I'm at the point where my sister was telling me, she's like, maybe you're bored with it, or maybe, because I'm frustrated with it, but she's like, maybe you're bored with it. And I'm like, well, I'm not bored with it. I'm getting very frustrated that I've made it and remade it so many times, and the shaping is just not doing it for me. It's just not how I see it in my head, I guess. And that's what bothers me. Like, there's a reason, like, I'm a yarner, I'm a fiber person or whatever. Because, like, my sister, actually, my siblings, one of my sisters is extremely talented when it comes to painting and art. She does doll repaints and stuff like that. I put her link down before and everything like that. And then my other one, like another sister, she sketches pretty good. She sketches pretty good. You can give her any kind of art supplies, any kind of beads, anything, rhinestones, whatever it is, fake flowers, and she'll make you something gorgeous, And even like my brother also is good at, like, sketching and stuff like that, and he's like a builder. He'll build different, like, contraption things and stuff like that. And I used to sketch, but like, it was always like, I didn't know when I would sketch and paint and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I'm going to be a great artist, But it was always like I couldn't stop. Like, I would keep adding to and adding to the picture or whatever it was, until, I was like, oh, this is terrible. What the heck is the matter with me? Like, I did too much, It's easier to add than to take away when it comes to like painting and sketching and things like that. So when I got hooked on doing the yarn, no pun intended, but when I got hooked on doing, crocheting and I learned how to knit first and whatever it was, a scarf is only going to be so big. These dolls and stuffed animals and stuff, they're only going to be the size they're going to be. Once you have, like, the shaping and stuff, a hat is only so big. So that's really why I do gravitate towards, a bracelet is only so big. Like, when I do the beading and the jewelry, like, they're only so big. So it's, you can go a little bit over, but if you make a bracelet that's 10 inches, it's just going to fall off your wrist. So, like, you want to go with the sizing between, like, 6 to 7 inches, 6 to, like, 7 or 8 inches around if you're doing a regular bracelet. An anklet's only going to be so big. So that's why, like, I have the main hobbies or, side hustles or whatever it is that I do are, stuff that I know is finite. It's set. There's only so many stitches I can put in, a frog, depending on the size of the frog, or a scarf, Before, if you're making a scarf, you put too many stitches, then you got a nafghan, you got a throw, and you keep going with that, and then the next thing you know, you got a comforter. So, like, that's really why I gravitate towards this stuff. Just a general, like, I know why I gravitate towards these things. There's only so much, yarn I'm going to use. and put in, you know, into these patterns and stuff like that. So, but I thought of a different way to do the candle. I'm going to give it a shot, and then if not, I'll just move on and be done, because I said last vlog, like, I put it down, like, on the patterns and stuff like that, and then I was scrolling through my phone, like, I put the dates on the pattern, you know, and I have, like, a bunch of papers that each face that I started and stuff like that. And then I was scrolling through my phone, and I had at least 5 different faces that I had crocheted, like, and I was like, that go with each pattern, so that I knew what it looked like, you know, while I was making it and stuff. And I know that I've done more than that, because I know that I've pulled out in between and not always captured a picture, or got super upset and just deleted the pictures, you know? So I think that's where I'm going with this one. Super duper frustrated. Like, I thought I was doing so wonderful and everything like that. And I showed it to a few people who know what it's like supposed to look like or whatever. So I got 2 that's what she looks like. And I got 2 that said, you know, iffy on it. And so, you know, and to me, I am not thrilled with it. I was super happy with it. And then once I started stuffing and I added on to the face and was sewing on it and stuff like that, I was like, oh, this totally took the shape away from it, the way that I have it in my head, you know? So one last try, and then if not, I'm moving on. I can't, you know, it's like, I don't want it to be the one that got away, you know, like, you know, that feeling like, oh, that's the, you know, the one puzzle I can't put together, or like, you know, the one, the love of your life that, you know, you just couldn't make it work, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? So I don't want it to be that. Like, I don't want to be like, you know, why couldn't I get through it? You know, why couldn't I just make it happen? So, and especially, you know, I mean, obviously I do, you know, not to boast or whatever, but obviously I do have the skills to do the shaping and make it happen and stuff like that. So, you know, just one last shot, you know. I guess I'll give it the weekend until Monday or Tuesday, and if I can't make it work, then I just give up on that and move on to the next pattern, you know, because I have all these patterns in my head. I write down, I have in my phone, like, make this, make that, and then I'll take on my date book and stuff like that, my planner and stuff, if a pattern pops in my head, I'll start, like, I'll write out what it should be, and I'll say, like, I'll even draw little pictures of, you know, how it should look and stuff like that. You know, so, I mean, I have so many patterns I want to make, so many things I want to make. And being stuck on this one, or keep the fact that I keep going back to this one, I think is kind of killing my confidence a little bit, or, you know, making me so frustrated that, you know, it's just not working out and stuff. And I think that's where I'm at today for number 70. So, with that being said, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching, as always. Happy hooking, because it keeps you off the streets and keeps you out of trouble and looking super cool. And I'll be back real soon with my next video, tutorial, pattern, vlog, whatever it is. So, I hope you have a super great day and a great weekend. K.Jolie Crochet Basics Preview Vlog number 70. Ciao!